Pentiment, dear friends and deep thinkers, we're back. And we have to decide now what to paint for the next part of the mural. Oh, we're Magdalene Druckeryn, and we're kind of investigating and kind of painting a mural. Let's see what... Oh. Apparently we worked on the mural. What is there to do? Oh, good evening, Magdalene. Oh my goodness, did you check our father? Good evening, Dr. Stoltz. I see you're progressing on the town mural. You've made rapid progress. Well, I've rigged the scaffolding sheets so that enough air can flow through. That way the layers dry quickly. And I see that's quite clever. Now then, the council has asked to hear about your progress. Magdalene, I've been researching the early Christian history of Tassing after the Romans left. Learning how people settled in the ruins, how the abbey was founded, why our saints are so important to us. It was a lot to take in, but I've settled on my subject. And what have you chosen, if I may ask? What will we choose? The Bavarians settling among the Roman ruins. Or St. Moritz, St. Setya and Our Lady of the Labyrinth. I want to show history how it happened. I'll paint Lady Kirsau founding the abbey from the old Bergfried. So, I mean, we'll go for the Bavarians. I'll paint the Bavarians settling among the Roman ruins, starting the Christian history of Tassing. You may find that ignoring the saints in favor of such a mundane portrayal of events is unwelcome. Even so, I suppose it is an important step in the history of Tassing. Remember, the mural isn't for your benefit, but to make Tassing look good. I remember. Very well. And after this section, there's still so much work to do. I haven't even figured out how I'm going to portray the revolt. Ah, yes. I imagine it poses difficulties that the other murals do not. Magdalene, it's a strange thing to tell a story that still lives in the hearts of so many people here. I don't think anyone wants to talk about it. They've all just locked it away. Well, it sounds like you have your work cut out for you. I'll leave you to it then. Magdalene. Oh, Dr. Stoltz, yes? Have you ever seen someone lurking around the abbey? Or heard about it? Well, I haven't been up to the abbey in years. And no, I haven't heard of anything like that. Why? I've seen someone following me a few times. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Didn't you run into that odious woodsman, Hallerbrand, not long ago? Yes, but I don't think it's the same person. Well, if you have concerns, you should ask one of the boys to escort you when you're out. There's no need to risk your safety. Magdalene, you're right. Good night, Dr. Stoltz. Good night, Magdalene. It's... I'm coming for you. Now I only have the final part of the mural to finish. How should I paint the revolt? Dad always talked about how the Archdeacon was the only one seeking justice in those days. But what was his name? The only name I can remember is the name of the Archdeacon who came to Tassing when the Baron was killed. Jakob Estler. Maybe he wrote an account of the revolt as an Archdeacon. I'll write to him and ask. Jakob Estler. Yeah, that guy. And of course I need to write back to Esther too. I'll write to them tonight before bed. Yeah, indeed. I haven't really found any. What's this? Ah, okay. I can freely move here. The map. The map, the map, the map. Alright, let's write. Alright, where to begin? I write to the Archdeacon, Jacob Estler, and see if he can tell me about the revolt. I'll write a letter to Esther too. I hope the courier can make it through the passes before winter. Magdalene, Jacob Esther, formerly Archdeacon of Tassing. My name is Magdalene Druckeryn. I am an artist in the town of Tassing in Upper Bavaria. I hope he's still alive. I believe you passed through our community when you investigated Baron Rothvogel's murder at Kersau Abbey in 1518. Do you remember anything about that case that the people in Tassing might not remember? In particular, do you remember anything about someone writing notes to provoke the killer? More have appeared in Tassing in subsequent years, seemingly harbingers of death. Thank you for any help you can give, Magdalene Druckeryn. Yeah, the freaking notes. Dearest Esther, I hope you're well. You must know how tremendously happy I am for you and Simond. And Elisha too, of course, and your parents. It warms my heart to know that your family is doing so well. By the time this letter reaches you, I expect winter will have enfolded Tassing. It's already freezing at night, so I've reorganized the workshop so that the inks don't deteriorate. Do you have to worry about that in Prague? You said it snows, but I always imagined it was warmer in winter. Dad is doing poorly, but at least he seems comfortable. He's sleeping more, but Dr. Stoltz says that's a consequence of the colder weather. I do what I can for him, but this winter has been hard. I've asked Agnes for help, but there's only so much she can and Dr. Stoltz can do. He's not going to make it, and there's nothing I can do. Christ, I'm scared, Esther. The mural is progressing well, but I can't shake the feeling that someone is following me. I keep seeing this figure around town. After I explored the mines to see Tassing's early history, and then again in the Abbey ruins. If it's the person who attacked my dad, why are they following me? The strangest thing gave me a fright a few times already. But I don't mean to worry you. Nothing's happened to me yet, so I think I'll be safe. The only good news I can share at the moment is that the mural is almost finished. I should have completed it by Christmas, or soon after, before the new year at least. And perhaps at long last I shall be able to visit you and meet this Simond. Anyway, I fear that this will be my last letter of the year. The Reichspost has already been late and reported worsening snows through the passes. We seem to be stepping into a harsh winter. Stay warm and give my regards to your family and Simond. Yours always, Magda. And then we went to sleep. Or did we? Oh, feeling so paranoid. So paranoid. Let's go to bed, get this over with. How did this get here? Oh my God. Stop. Oh my goodness. It's just like the note Dad found. I wasn't... Who's doing this? A feeling I'm going to find out sooner or later. I need to ask Dad about this. It can't be a coincidence, but he's been so weak I don't want to upset him. I just need to wait for the right time. I hope there is a right time. No, there's not. The right time is now. The note has come now. We have to take care. Hello, Magdalene. Ah. Curses. We have to find Ötz. need someone kind of guarding us. To the commons. Hurts. I need some help. Hey, Max. Oh, great. Great stuff. No one's out but Ötz. There's nothing to do. I can hear everything cuckooing. We live right to the next to the church. Hey, Father. Good day, Father Thomas. God bless you, Magdalene. Given all your sermons against it, Father, I didn't expect you to be the town gossip. What? I don't take your meaning, Magdalene. I think you do. I don't take kindly to your gossip with Mother Francisca about me. Magdalene, your work on the mural is no secret. Of course, your progress will be the talk of the town. I never meant for my discussion with the abbess to be taken for gossip, Magdalene. However, I'm worried about your attitude toward your work. You displayed quite the insistence when you took up the project, and insistence that neither Mother Francisca nor I agree is healthy. So you and Mother Francisca tried to convince me to join the Poor Clares. Magdalene, you are severely lacking the wisdom to understand your situation. Your father is in no condition to guide you, and you've gone motherless for most of your life. Mother Francisca and I are merely doing what we think is right. You need some sort of guidance. We agreed that you might be more open to the idea if Mother Francisca presented it. Well, I hear your concern, Father, but this isn't your place. If I need your help, trust me to ask for it. Of course, Magdalene, I apologize. I did not mean to overstep my bounds. The Lord called me to act, so I did. Thank you, Father. God bless you, Magdalene. Aha. Aha. Maybe the Golden Hand would be the place to go. Oh, what? Andreas, you're still out. Magdalene. He's freaking still out here. What the heck? Let's get into the inn. Into the inn. To the inn, to the inn, to the inn. Anyone interesting here? No. Just the two birds here. There's someone up here. Hello. Ah, you're still awake, Nico. Magdalene. I wanted to see someone else, but I'm not sure who. We haven't been to the forest. Maybe let's go to the forest. Woohoo! People are out here. Oh, they've changed positions. What's happening here now? Yeah, the chamomile. Wonderful glowworms. Sensatia. Martha likes to leave offerings. Down to the waterfall. Anyone here? No. Let's speed this up. I mean, there's nothing to find at the nuns, but there's maybe something to find somewhere. I don't know. I'm truly. I can't be sure. We'll have to rely on randomness, I guess. Gardener house. Town commons. No one around here, is there? No one around here. Oh, come on, Eds. Don't be like that. Come on, Eds. Yeah. Hey, Ignacio. Oh, he's always awake. He's always awake. I'm really starting to think Baltus and Dr. Stolz have something going here. Anyone in the rot house? No. Why is this? And who's painting this kind of thing, right? Rot house is the biggest building in Tassing. But this clock took ages to build in place. Yeah, we know. Okay. Alright. Let's get out of here. The Steinauer house. Now, when is working here? Alban Bakery is also closed. We'll have to sleep. It's late, I should get some rest soon. Let's go to sleep. Oh my gods. As always, super paranoid. Can we even lock our door? Apparently not enough for the one putting notes there. It could have been Clara, it could have been anyone. Wow, the days are flying by. It's December already. Reichspostmann. Mistress Druckeryn, only one letter for you today. Is it Esther? The path is nigh impossible to traverse, and the heavy snow is hard on the horse and me. Anyway, happy Advent, my dear. Thank you, the same to you. Reply from Jacob Estler. Oh, more than I hoped for. Mistress Druckeryn. I do recall the Rothvogel case, though it has been over a decade since I have served as an archdeacon. I am no longer associated with the office of the Prince Bishop. In fact, I am no longer associated with the Catholic Church. What? If you do not mind conversing with a Lutheran, I will tell you what I remember. The notes you mentioned do stir something in my memory. One of the men I questioned at Chiesa was an artist from Nuremberg, Andreas Mahler. He mentioned finding notes, written in a fine hand, inciting individuals to violence against the Baron. While the scope of my investigation was too narrow to look into the matter, it did concern me. Finding more notes now, after so many years, must mean that their author is still active. If this is the case, a serpent has lain coiled in the bosom of your community for decades. It may lay there still. What causes this serpent to awaken every few years to stage a new killing? I fear that finding the answer to that question may draw you into its reach. However, if you're determined to find the source of the trouble, I believe you must inquire with your neighbors. I urge caution in your investigation into this matter. If the serpent merely sleeps, it may be dangerous to poke into its old resting places. I hope this has been of some help to you. May God bless and keep you safe. Jacob Estler. Just great. No reply from Esther this time. Must have been delayed due to the heavy snow. Postman said I won't receive any more letters until spring. I'd better get back to the Rathaus then. Still more work to be done. But what? And we're working. Come on, we must poke the snake. Oh, it's Christmas. Come on. Yeah, of course. Christmas Eve. Good morning, Dad. I finally caught up on the mural, and now I can start the final part today. I promise I'll get it done. It's Magdalene. I'm proud of you. Thanks, Dad. I'm sorry Dr. Stoltz said you can't come to the festivities tonight. I know how much you love the Perchten love. A Germanic folk ritual celebrated around Christmas time in which townsfolk dress as Perchten and drive evil spirits from the town to protect it in the coming new year. Yeah, they have terrible masks to drive out the demons or whatever it is there. There's always next year. Right. How are you feeling? Dr. Stoltz said he would come by again today. Fine. I'm fine. Maybe I should stay home with you today. No, Magdalene, Klaus says. If you want to work, you should work. It's all right. In fact, my spirits are lifted today. It's Christmas Eve, after all. Of course. What's wrong? That I found a note back in November. Klaus, a note? What do you mean? It was like a note I found in your plans for the murals. Just a scrap of parchment. It looked like it came out of an old manuscript. The writing was elaborate, probably from a Bavarian scriptorium in the last century. The ink was a rare purple. I've only seen it in a few other books. I mean, it might have been a note. It might have been a note taken out because the new painting in the chapter that we've seen wasn't really good. I mean, it was not made by a master for sure. So maybe it just said stop. Do you know where they came from? Who wrote them, Klaus? Magdalene, God, that must be Ötz. He said he'd drop by with more firewood. If you know something, I'd like you to tell me, all right? I know I will. Can we talk about it later? Dad, I'll tell you, I promise. All right. I'll be back later. Go take care of yourself out there. What does our father know? I need to go on the work of the last part, but Ötz said he'll stop by this morning. I should go out to meet him. Is that Ötz or what? Wait, there's something here. Still as messy as ever. Ötz. Is there something else we can see here? No. I'd like to grab some kind of weapon. Morning, Magdalene, says Ötz. Good morning, Ötz. Cold out, isn't it? Ötz, freezing. Makes me envy Nico, able to stay inside all day. Even Endris has his forge to keep him warm. Anyway, here, I brought some firewood for you and your dad. Thank you, Ötz. You're welcome. So, how's your dad? You think he can join everyone for Christmas Mass? Darlene, I think he'll stay in bed tonight. I'll do my best to be there. Need to keep working on the mural, though. I'm working on the final section. It's about the peasants' revolt, right? It feels weird to talk about. It affected Tassing so much, but we were just kids. I can't remember what happened since I was just a baby. I never even knew my dad. And that's what makes it difficult. I need to ask those who were already adults that night, but don't want to touch raw nerves. That's, what if you spoke to people while everyone was preparing for the Christmas festivities? Clara sometimes talks about that night. Mum, too. You might be able to ask them. Magdalene, Voislav and Matilda are the only two Benedictines left living in Tassing. Maybe they'll talk to me. I didn't think of that. Still, the mural's for Tassing, not the old abbey. Agnes has always been in Tassing, right? I'd go to her if I were you. Dad said she'd help bury everyone who died that night. I wonder if she'd talk about it. It's your project, Magdalene. Might be worth a try. Magdalene. I wrote to the old archdeacon about it too. He thinks that the Baron's murder and Otto's death are connected to the revolt. The who? The man who came to Tassing for the Baron Rothvogel's murder. What about him? He was the judge for the Baron's murder. What if all the deaths in Tassing are connected? I don't see how that old Baron has anything to do with the revolt. Are you feeling all right? I think you're looking for connections that aren't there. Maybe this mural project is getting to you. Maybe you're right. I just can't shake the feeling someone's following me. You're acting weird. I'll figure it out somehow. Thanks for the wood. See you later, Mags. He's useless. That's right. I should start talking to people around town. Better get started if I want to talk to everyone before the Persian Lauf. Remembering the revolt. Not more of that. Not more of Father Thomas. Maybe the sisters can... What have we seen here? Valley looks so beautiful, covered in snow. We can't even go to the abbey this time. All right, all right. All locked up. Forest, maybe. Old Smokey should know something. Oh. Hello, you two. Hey, Watchers Love. Hello again, Magdalene. Are you getting ready for the Christmas celebrations? Of course, along with everyone else in town. Never been here for Christmas. I had meant to move on, but that snow. Right, it came fast this year. Just left to... Smokey told me your father was injured. How is he? I don't know, Watchers Love. He's not doing well. I'm sorry. I will hope for the best. Well, I don't want to keep you from your tasks. I mean, he could also be like he's the odd one out, right? But that wouldn't... Yeah, he's not always there. Watchers Love, do you want to come to the Christmas feast? Watchers Love, kind of you to offer. My beliefs and my, well, how I look. It's best if I stay out there. I'll be fine, but thank you. See you later then. Merry Christmas, watchers love. Merry Christmas. And Smokey. Hello, Magdalene. No, it's got nothing to say. Shrine of Saint Satia. The rest will not be. We've visited her in winter now too. Maybe that will be good. Martha especially likes to leave offerings for her Saint Satia's shrine. Martyred for her actions in the winter. We might need her. We'll not go down to there. But the waterfall could be interesting to look at in winter, right? Who knows what's there? Everything's freezing. Can we? Waterfall is always so beautiful. We're lucky, even during the winter, it never fully freezes over. We cannot get into that. All right. All right, all right. Let's see about the meadow and everything. And the mill. The mill. Wait. First, let's ask ourselves down. Oh. Look at them. They're still here. There's Hans preparing some sausages or so. Everyone's in for the Christmas celebrations. Hey there. Well, if it isn't Magdalene, they're the musicians, right? You're learning everyone's names during your stay. Alas, it appears the good people of Tassing are the only audience I will have until the path is clear. Seems only right that I attempt to put myself on friendly terms with you and your neighbors. Magdalene, now you're finding Tassing. Alexander, everyone's been quite kind, and no one has thrown anything at me for my music. Considering the circumstances, I'm counting that as a success. I have to admit I was quite upset that I had misled my opportunity to sing at the Meistersinger competition. Yeah, I know, you're writing. He practiced so much for it, Casimir's writes. Alexander, yes, it's hard not to view the last year as a waste. You can try again next Christmas, can't you? Of course. Well, the older I get, the less comfort I take in the possibilities of the future. Missed opportunities sting more with each passing year. Opportunities to do what? To win a contest? Oh, I suppose it does seem a bit silly, put that way. There's prestige too, if of course, but I think it's more than that. When I sing for people, I want to move them. I want to see it on their faces. It's only in that moment that I can connect with them. That's the only truth I know. Meistersinger judges will rate me as they will. But that's not why I want to perform for them. I want to move the masters the way they moved me. Does that make sense? Yeah, I think so. My dad is my teacher, and his approval means a lot to me. Alex, and I think we all want the approval of those who came before us. And someday someone will look to me for approval. Hard to imagine. I'm sorry, just feeling a bit melancholy, I suppose. Cheer up. Yeah, it's the long nights. I suppose you're right. All that darkness. Perhaps the Christmas feast will lift my spirits. Will I see you there? Absolutely. Almost everyone in town should be there. And I look forward to it until then. Hey, Kaze. Yes? Hello, Magdalene. Hello again, Casimirs. How are you finding Tassing's winter? Cold, or what will he write? Colder than Würzburg. People are nice. Looking forward to the Christmas feast. Yes. Oh, great. Took so long to write that? Ah, now he's writing something additionally. Alexander is upset about missing the competition, but it will be nice to perform for a large crowd. I'll look forward to hearing you. Good. That's Hans and Voice Love. Okay. Hello, Magdalene, Hans says. Hello, Hans. Do you need something? How are you doing? Fine enough. Weather's getting colder. The family. Healthy and hard-working. Simon's taking care of the winter, Hans says. Provisions. He's a good boy. Proud of him. And you know how beautiful and kind-hearted Jutta is. Just like her mother. I don't know how I got so lucky. She's a miracle. She will marry a good man soon, I'm sure. I have someone in mind. That young Ertz is a good man, I've noticed. I'm not so sure about him. His eye seems to wander. He's unmarried after all. All the same, when Jutta has children one day, they'll be beautiful and kind like their mother. There are worse things to be, I guess. I did my best to raise her right, but her best qualities are all Heilwig. Give yourself a little credit, Hans. Kind of you to say, Magdalene. I should get back to it until later. Until then, Voislove was here when the revolt happened. God bless you, Magdalene. Hello, Voislove. I have an odd question for you. Oh? When I was exploring the abbey for the mural background, I stumbled upon some stray cats. Were there a lot of cats during your time? Voislove. Ah, yes. As a matter of fact, there were. There were always cats around the abbey, but one summer they started begging for food. Persistent little creatures. Brother Lucas swears he never fed them, but I have my doubts. They started begging for food. That means someone fed them and then stopped to feed them. They seem to have made the abbey their home now. Good for them. At least someone is making use of that old structure. Thank you for telling me, Magdalene. Be well, Voislove. God bless you and your father, Magdalene. The sausage. Ah, God, the sausage. Oh. Hi, Judah. Oh, hello, Magdalene. Hello, Magdalene. How is the weather? We've been prepping for the feast in here all day. Fresh and brisk, perfect for a walk. Oh, better you than me, Simon says. I'll stay in here where I can keep my fingers warm. Matilda, you'd better keep your fingers out of my dough, Master Bauer. So I didn't do anything. Matilda, you've snuck your little fingers into my cookie dough at least 3 times today. Do it again, and I'll rip your knuckles with the back of my spoon. Hans, don't anger Mistress Matilda, Simon. So, yes, sir. Sorry, Mistress Matilda. We need enough dough to make cookies for the entire town, says Matilda. You can't be eating it all. Hans, anyway, what did you come in for, Magdalene? I was hoping you could tell me what you remember of the revolt. I was too young to remember much of it. Now everyone stops there. No one ever seems to talk about it, and Mistress Matilda and Master Voislove, you two are the only ones left who used to live in the abbey. The only ones who stayed anyway, Voislove says. Matilda and I had been friendly enough with the people in town. We put it behind us in time. You can imagine the older brothers had little reason to remain. Old Edog made it out. I think Father Gernot paid for him to go back to an abbey in Cornwall. I'm not sure what happened to the others, all gone in any case. But the whole thing is a sensitive subject, Magdalene. Why are you asking? I want to portray the event truthfully in the mural, so I'm trying to hear everyone's account of events. Voice left. For the sake of seeing it portrayed right, I'll tell you what I remember. Should I wait, Magdalene? Here. Come cut out cookies with me first. That way we don't fall behind while we chat. Hans, we'd be grateful for the help. All right, Magdalene, cut out cookies from the dough and set them aside so Simon can put them on a tray. You'll need a good number in a variety of shapes, so don't hesitate to change which cutter you use. You have to have enough for the whole town after all. All right, all right, all right. Let's start with this thing. Ah. That is how it goes. Okay. All right, huh? We can do them like that. Not like we could make new kinds of dough with that then, with the rest of it. But hey. Huh. Yay. Let's have some more circles. And some of these too. All right. Sure. So we've made some. That Baron Rothvogel or what? Okay, are you done? These look wonderful, thank you. We can work more if you want, but it looks like we have enough. I think that's good for now. Thanks for helping, Magdalene. Yay. Better keep going if we're going to have everything ready by the procession tonight. Oh my goodness me. We asked the right people, so what can we tell you, Max? I heard the Landsknechts came into town before the revolt and warned everyone to leave the abbey alone. Could things really have been talked out, or was it too late by then? There were some people who wanted to talk. Master Mahler worked hard to keep the peace, but after Otto was killed... Tilda, oh, Andreas, a shame how he died. We at the monastery were fond of him. Magdalene, Dad said he was instrumental in keeping the revolt from getting out of hand. He regrets not standing with him. Yes, he was. He had a personal dinner with the abbot to try and discuss things, I believe. Tilda, pity they couldn't come to an agreement. Yes, Andreas did a lot of good for Tassing and Kirsau too. Tilda, even if the old abbot failed to admit that. He even revealed corruption in our own midst. The old prior Ferenc had been doing witchcraft in the church. I still grieve that he died in the abbey fire. I know your father does too, Magdalene. But wasn't the revolt in general justified? And yes, I think so. We couldn't even collect in the forest without a fee. Dad kept saying we couldn't live with higher and higher taxes. The night Otto died, the abbot was trying to excommunicate everyone for celebrating St. John's Eve. A lot of people thought the abbot killed him in revenge. It turned out it was Hannah, the innkeeper's wife. Still say she was pressured into it by the miller. And still after Otto and Ulrich, that was too much. We burned the mill with both bastards inside. My father said that would be the end of things. Sam and Dad said he could pay the abbey with crops, but the abbey forbid it, and we had to pay the miller's fee. Leonard kept asking for more too, so he could use that stupid windmill. Why not just pay with grain? Hence the abbot promised to help if Andreas found the person who killed Otto. All we wanted was to talk. You mean no one was supposed to burn the abbey down? Hans, why would anyone want that? We sought justice, not murder. It was too much for Peter. Leonard was one thing. He just killed Ulrich, but to burn the abbey. But when the Landsknechts saw the fire, they thought they had another revolt on their hands, like so many others in the area. Even we in the abbey couldn't stop them. We all fled. Brother Florian saved as many as he could, but Peter was wrong to burn the abbey. But what the soldiers did, that was awful. So Dad died protecting me, stabbed in the chest. I don't even remember what he was wearing, but I remember how dark the blood was when we found him. Almost black and sticky like treacle. His dad socked one of the soldiers in the face, but another one was right there, and Jutta, oh, Magdalene, can we stop talking about this? Yes, thank you for talking to me. I'll do my best on the mural. So good luck. We'll see you at the procession later. Until then, we say. So we talked to the cookie makers. And some hours have passed. Some hours have passed. Someone's still up there. Hey, Killian. Hi. What could we do here? I don't want to talk to Father Thomas. Maybe to Erz. We'll try again. Erz is not here. Maybe he's in the house. There's Eva and Oh, Till. Hello, Magda. Black Till, Christina. Magda. Magda. To the town commons we go. Yeah, let's go down here. You never know. There's the Gerdner farm and the Gerdner house. Jörg. And he has that lazy eye, right? Hello, Magdalene. Great is here. God bless you, Magdalene. And Clara. Hello, Magdalene. I would have thought you'd be working on the mural today. What brings you here? I'm working on the final section of the mural now about the revolt. It's going well, but I need more details. I was only a baby at the time, but you all lived through the event. I want to portray it in the best way possible. I'd like to sit with you and ask how you remember the rebellion, if that's all right. Clara, that was a sad time. If it will help you memorialize those we lost in the revolt, yes, I'll answer a few questions. Ursula, I don't mind. I was a little older than you, so I probably remember more, Magdalene. Oh, yes. Great, of course, Magdalene. We'll tell you all you want to know. I've been looking forward to seeing the mural for some months. Clara, come now, sit with us. Now that you're all settled, what did you want to know? Did the revolt have anything to do with the other murder that happened in Tassing? Clara, oh, the murder of the Baron, you mean? No, not really. I only remember that Andreas attempted to be a peacekeeper in both situations. I suppose that's when things started going poorly. Great. Yes, after Prior Ferenc was discovered as a witch, people weren't as willing to trust the abbey anymore. And the abbot became more severe. He didn't like that the prior's death rattled his control of Tassing. I still think that the old prior cursed the town. That's when crops started failing. I don't know about any of that, but his taxes and restrictions, his attitude toward us became harsher after that, Clara. It was all we could do to live by then, but it eventually became too much. Magdalene, even with all the restrictions, was the revolt really justified? I keep hearing conflicting stories about how it began. I know things were bad for the peasants, but was it worth all the loss? Clara, you wouldn't remember it, Magdalene, but the abbot forced us to starvation. We would have died either way. So many men killed, we struggled with the crops even more, and the famine lasted until the next year. We did everything we could to keep things from getting violent, but the Lord had other plans. Clara, all we wanted was fair access to common land and taxes that left us with enough to live on. The abbot tore even that away. Also, I remember how sick and hungry I was all the time. Grandpa kept saying it hadn't always been like that. Clara, all was fine until Hannah, Nico's wife, killed Otto because she feared what would happen if the abbey shut down. Well, my husband wouldn't let that rest. We wanted justice. When that soldier arrived and threatened us, all the townsfolk pulled away, except for you and Ulrich, Gret. No, Clara, I'm afraid even I was intimidated, says Gret, and begged Ulrich to leave the matter be. My husband alone stood with the peasants. Yeah. Dad always talks about how he regrets that choice. That's why he wanted to paint the mural. Your father is unique in that regard. Most of the other townsfolk see the revolt's failure as proof that it was doomed from the start. Clara, truly, if the entire town banded together, we likely could have succeeded without violence at all. But then we were so starved and wanted justice, so much Peter thought success was possible. Gret. There was still some discussion. Ulrich and Andreas wanted peace. Ursula, then that fucking Miller protected that bitch. He always hated us. Thought he was better than us. Clara, Ursula, language. Ursula, what, Mom? It's true, Leonard even shot Ulrich out of nowhere. It was unprovoked, Clara. Yes, Leonard always did hate the rest of the townsfolk, and he would take advantage of anyone he could. But my husband sought peace to the last. He was a martyr to us. I think the Miller shot Ulrich to retaliate, but after that Peter couldn't be stopped. We'd lost too much grit. The burning of the abbey was a grim night, and the soldiers coming in. Clara, our men fought to protect us, to protect Tassing, and many died in that fight. But we got rid of the abbot, and all the monks at least. Clara, yes, and that is some comfort, if only a little. Magdalene, are there any heroes of Tassing I should memorialize? Ursula, Dad, definitely. Clara, Peter always wanted the best for Tassing, even if he acted rashly by setting fire to the abbey. I hope you can portray him in the best light, Magdalene. I'd rather not talk about that night anymore. I hope we provided enough insight for your work. You did, thank you. I'll let you get back to work. Thank you, Magdalene. I'm certain the mural will be beautiful. Ah, we were sewing costumes, indeed. Oh, well, thank you for watching and happy gaming to you. This is Immanuel Khan signing out. Have a great time until next time. We'll talk to everyone around here and see what we can still find out. Maybe Il Peter has also something to say, not only the women, but you never know. There's much to do, and there's a mural to paint, and there's some kind of killer or provoker on the loose. Have a great time until then, and happy gaming. This is Immanuel Khan signing out. See you soon, and have a great time until then.